Yellow. Oh, let me. I always forget to turn on music. Come on. Give me something good. Give me something good. This is good, but something fun. Something. Uh, no, something a little more with a little more energy. No. This is no. No. There's gotta be something good here. The, nah, this is no. Come on, something. It works. Okay. Neon white for the rescue. Either way, welcome the second day of the stream of the Dev Week stream or whatever. I don't have a name for this, but yeah. Yesterday we did quite a lot, actually, right? Quite a lot. The game is almost at the point that we can say is fully playable. There's just a few things. I actually need to make a sort of balance to the game. Make art, make a few things like the proper. There's things to be done. Let's just say that there is things to be done, and yeah, we'll see. Actually, I don't even know where or what I want to do today because I'm a little bit lost, to be honest, on what we need to do. God, this is the velocity that is going. This is too fast. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of balancing needs to be done here. A lot of balancing needs to be done. But we'll figure it out as we go. But yeah, we have almost a finished working game. Let's go back to the actual. What is the name? The challenge. Because I think most of the things here is done, right? If I remember from yesterday. We have a player, we still don't have different type of invaders, but we'll be probably doing that soon. But we do have, and they move. Yes, the player can fire, the enemies can fire, and the player can destroy the bullets. Yeah, this is done too. Yes. As a mothership that crosses screen periodically, destroying it with resulting bonus points. Yes. And UI. We actually have the entire goal. This entire thing is already finished at this point. So we just need. Now it's just the refining of the game, right? So what we need to do, we first need to add animations. We need to add the procedural generation, which shouldn't be too problematic, I think. I was thinking because we have a grid, right? I was just thinking like with this grid, I'm gonna make the procedural generation like, let's say for each row. Row is this, right? Am I crazy? I forgot I forgot what is row and what is column. Yes, okay. Rows, for each row. So on the first row, we spawn a certain type of enemy. On the second row, we spawn another type of enemy, and on the last two rows, we spawn the same type of enemy. That should have killed us. I need to increase the hitbox too. Let me do that already. This hitbox is way too small for this player. It should be around here. Maybe something like that. Nah, a little bit small. The bottom part doesn't matter that much. The top part matters more. So, okay. I think the random procedural generation should be easy now, if it works as I think it works. The only problem is I have no idea how to show it right now, because I don't have different sprites. So We could start on the animation, actually. That's an option too. I actually don't know where what I want to start with. Maybe let's start with the random generation. Instead of that, I do want to have it, let's say, a random amount of things. This big of a grid is enough. It will always be this size of the grid. Always, I feel. Or maybe I could increase to more, actually. How much so right now the enemy grid is for 7 columns. The rows will always be 4. This I know. But I can make the columns differently. How does it look with 9 columns? And the good thing is, it doesn't matter how many, if I increase or not, it will always work properly. That is good. Okay, actually 9 is not that bad. Let's go crazy. Let's go 12. Yeah, 12 is a little bit too much. So I guess the maximum would be 10. Right? Yeah, 10 kind of feels proper for this size. So between 7 and 10? What about 5? Is 5 too low? Oh yeah, 5 is way too. Oh, there's another. Okay, I need to start marking. No. I need to start typing or whatever what I need to do. Okay, so things I need to do. So implements procedural generation. Let's call it this, and then it would be random amount of rows. No, columns. Columns. Then I need a random spawn. Amount of enemies, let's say. And then a random spawning. So the idea is that we have a grid, right? We have the rows. Let's say you pick up five columns. Then it would generate generate, let's say, how many enemies per row that row would have. So instead of 5, it would have like 1, 3, and 5. And the second and the fourth one wouldn't spawn. That's my idea. Then that's the idea of those two, and then spawning. That's those 3 cover it. I need to make reset after killing last enemy. Reset enemies or grid, let's say. Reset grid. I don't want to reset the game. I want to reset just the grid. Because this way would make the game infinite, right? We killed all of the enemies and then we restart everything. Okay. So I need to do after those two. I need a death screen, pause screen, let's say start game screen. This is bothering me. Let me fix this. What else? Animations. We need to do player animations. So that would be idle. I don't know how I'm gonna do the moving. I don't know if I'm gonna need to draw another player like facing another direction. I hope not. I hope I can do something. Even if it looks bad, I hope I can do something with just the player, just the sprites that I have right now. Actually, I'm gonna set up the sprites right now too, instead of doing all of that. I think setting the sprites is gonna be an easy start for today. Yeah. Attacking. And I don't think I need dying. I'm gonna put dying in here, but I don't know if it there is an idea of how I can make the dying animation, but I don't know. Let's just do that. Then enemy. Let's call it Udin because it's the name of the main enemies. So idle and is moving. Do I need another one? I don't think I want another one because I kind of want it to disappear as soon as it dies. I'm gonna still leave a death animation in here. Yeah. Just in case. Let's call this death too, just to make things a little bit more. Oh, and it needs actually a attacking animation. Okay. Fair. We can do this. God, animations are gonna do quite a lot. We need to do projectile animation. Layer projectile. This is gonna be where the particles are. Let's just say moving and particles. And I would do the same thing for the enemy projectile. Okay, what else? God, there's so many things to do still. I thought, yeah. If I would go in a simple route, I would be almost done at this point. But my God, there's quite a lot of things to do. There's sounds. So the sounds would be, so background sound. I did say I wanted to make this a little bit more, this game a little bit more polished. So there's quite a lot, and I kind of want to experience how it is to actually make everything. So this is part of it, right? So background sound. What else do I need? I need fire. No. Player firing. Player hits. Within. Who could have known that polishing takes the longest time? Who could have thought about that, right? Hello, Acros, welcome. Udin, firing. Oops. Firing, Udin, hits. I actually want to player moving. My God, there's so many things. Udin moving. God, there's so many things. If I didn't, God, there's so many things. I feel like if I don't write it down, the things that I need to do, like at this point, I feel like in my mind is not this much things to do, you know. Oh God. Okay, so what other? Let's, instead of background sound, let's count background music, just to make things a little bit more understandable. I guess I could do a background. This is optional. Background menu music. Background. Let's just call background music. I know what this means. And background. No. Menu covers everything. So this would be for the all the menus. Pause menu, death menu, and then end start game menu, and then the background music is for when you're playing the game. So the player will fire. The player will get hits. And then they move. Those three are gonna be sounds. Then Udin will be firing, hits and moving. I could do for the death sounds. God. Player death. Udin. Udin death. So ship moving. I don't know what the ship will be still, but that's fine. Ship or death. It can be fine. What else? Is there anything else I need to get? I think for the sounds, this is it. That's still a lot, but I think this is it. Animation. I think this is the final scope. So the final polish of the game. I hope it is, because my god, this is way too much things. Am I gonna be able to finish this week? I'm starting to think that's a no. Oh god, that's a lot. Holy. Okay, let's just start. I'm gonna start doing the rig. Not the rig, kind of the rig, right? I was gonna do another thing, but I'm gonna start with actual sprites and organize the sprites. Okay, so I did actually set a Atlas. I'm gonna be using Atlas. I found it to be a little bit easier, not easier, but I kind of want to learn a little bit to see if it's as easy as it seems to me. But I use Clip Studio Paint to draw, right? And if I wanted to use giant, yeah, it is a giant. It is giant. I am actually resizing on the engine. Like, this is the original size of the enemy. This is a 1080p texture, basically. But if I were to like export every single one of the PNGs and whatever, it would have all of the empty space, because I need the more expensive Clip Studio Paint to be able to export everything in a batch with its own canvas size. So I decided, you know what? Let's go with Atlas Path and see, because it doesn't seem to be that bad, you know? When the texture is larger than my total VRAM. Oh yeah, there's true. How much VRAM does the PS1 thing work with? It's almost nothing, right? It's larger than my total VRAM. That's sad. That is sad. Okay, let me 0. I'm gonna save this real quick, just so I don't forget, because I'm gonna resize this later. I hope I can resize this later easily. But I'm gonna use this as a guide to position. 1 mega. Oh, that's a god. Wait, how much is this texture? Does it say? I mean, but it is 16 bits, right? I have no idea what is it. I think maybe it's 32. But it's fair. Fair. Maybe I could use one of this texture and that's it. Maybe. I don't know how it works, but maybe. It's 201 kilobytes, I think. KYB. I think PNGs are 24 RGB or 32 RGBA. Oh, yeah. So this is RGBA. Oh, yeah. It can't be used. Fair. Okay, so let's see. So as far as I know, I will be using a bunch of sprites, right? So I just need to label everything correctly, and it should work. And this should be a Atlas texture. I was playing around before starting stream. And then I can edit the region. Something like that. I don't think it needs to be precise, right? And compressed. Can't compress texture on the PS1. Ignoring palette textures, almost everything is 4 bits plus 16 color palette. Oh, there's... Oh, that's brutal. I mean, I want to say that's brutal. It is. Obviously, it is. But I've learned this a little bit from art. I am not any pro at art. I suck at art, actually. But when you work with such restricted palettes and things like that, you end up being a lot more creative than having limitless options and things like that, you know? So this makes me... I should stop doing what I'm doing and go back to simple textures and palettes, because this can... Even like 2 colors, like black and white, this could make me increase my understanding and things like that on the art process a lot better than what I'm trying to do right now. And this is making me suffer a lot because of the... I basically know nothing about color theory or things like that. That's why my other games have problems with colors and yeah, things like that. So that's actually a plus to learning, but being restricted, it is... I imagine it sucks. And you need to fit 2 frame buffers into it, so 320 by 480. Minimum is already out of your space. Holy, that's a lot. That's really limiting. Holy, but interesting. I gotta say, this is not a body. I just noticed that I got the wrong piece. This should be fine. I really don't think it matters the size, this empty space, as long as it's correctly cut. So it's somewhere around here. No, here. This seems like it's correct. Now it duplicates, put it inside, make it unique, and this should be the head. No, this should be the arms now, I guess. Or in this case, the left arm. This is unique already, right? Left, or for us, right? It's not correct, like actual left. And somewhere... Really? This... It's gonna stay like that for now. I'm not gonna change it right now. Look, how did I not notice this spillage? That doesn't matter. What did I do? Okay. Then we do another one. We make it unique. And we just... Can I move this? I can't move. Huh. That's fine. Move. Oh, it's a little bit down on this side. For what? Why? Seeing how some games use VRAM is fun. like packing multiple texture into each other with different palettes. What? Into each other's. What? I remember seeing. Let me see if I can. I still find it amazing. Let me see if I can find full Atlas. I guess. Full. No, it's not full Atlas. Full sprites. I'm not gonna find, but I remember seeing a video or something like that about limitations on older things, and then showing an example. I think it was Mario. I think the first Mario or something like that. I'm not gonna find it. If I find another day, I'll show what I mean. But I remember like it was just one image with the entire game was one image or something like that, and just a bunch of pieces that they used to. It's a mess when you look at it, but it works on game. It's just a bunch of much pixels together. Kind of amazing to see. One of the Sega intros on the Mega Drive does something like that. No, it wasn't the. It wasn't the intro. I don't know if I'm gonna find it. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna find it easily. It's been so long since I've seen that. But it was really amazing. I don't know, maybe entire. I don't even know if it was Mario. Maybe not. Yeah, it does not get me what I really want. Yeah, if I end up finding it, I'll show it on another stream. But for now, I'll leave it like that. But it is kind of amazing to see that. Is this correct? I guess it is, right? So I learned that there's an option on Canvas item that I can make them show behind parents. This is interesting. And now the body, the legs. So, I can just do this. Oh my god, this is okay. Here we go. So this should be right arm, and this is left leg. Make it unique, please. Don't forget. What is make unique recursive? Let me see. Make unique recursive Godot. So this is my best understanding, which may let me show. There's also a Street Fighter arcade game that accidentally broke their title fonts, and they fixed it with part of a leg sprite. Really? No, wait. I need to search that. What? Street Fighter 2. Allow me to land a leg? This one? Wait. Does it say here? I want to see. Not how they achieve. I actually wanted to see a little bit. Oh, what? So it was warrior. How did wait? What? They use parts of the leg to change the type. What? That's that's insane. Is the no, the browser is not on. Can you? Oh, that's oh, that's amazing. That's actually amazing. Oh, yeah, that's people get really creative. But why couldn't they redraw the? I guess I should actually go and actually watch the video later in the the topic. But couldn't they just because they needed to fix that, right? Couldn't they just redraw or whatever they did? Maybe not. I don't know. So okay, so the difference between recursive or not. So I'm pretty sure that the difference is when the resources are separated. Make local to scene makes a separate copy for each scene instantiation when you're running the game, all starting from the same single source. Make unique that takes this resource when you're working in editor and makes a separate copy that is no longer connected. Oh. I don't know if I understood, but oh well. I'm gonna use the make unique. That's fine. Leg. Leg? Roughly where it should be. I think it's here. Yeah, this is it, I guess. Right leg. Make unique again. No, I want. As far as I know, they already had the chips for the graphics ROM made. Big money. They had to somehow fix it afterwards. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. I think that makes sense now. And it's breaking a little bit right here. I guess it's fine. Is it like that on the... Oh, it's like that on the original thing. Okay, so it's fine. The arms are they are not completely correct positioning, but that doesn't matter. Okay, so now after all of that, we do the head, which should be, yeah, it should be here. Head. But the head should not be behind. We make wait. Make unique, not show behind. And now we select the head. Is this fine? This seems fine. Okay. Now the head, now is just the... Now I can actually do this inside, so... left ear. Make unique. Left ear is the blue one. Visibility, show behind parents. Now the right ear. I'm just starting to think about everything I'm gonna do for my game in the future, like in a few years. How much work will it be? Oh god. Oh god. Okay. I'll be able to do it somehow. I need to position now properly the ribbon. Can I put the enemy sprite over? And how can I? There we go. I can decrease the transparency. That works. So both of those, and now is the ribbon. Let's call it M for middle ribbon. I don't know how to call the knots, maybe? I don't know. Okay, so make unique again. We go this little thing here. I can edit this, right? Properly. So it needs to be in front. Oops. It's this one. Something like that. No. This should be inside, but yeah. But as a child of the M ribbon. Make unique again. Edit region. Something like that. This one can be behind the parents. And I think this is the last one, please. This before I still need to draw the facial expressions. Like it's gonna be a few different facial expressions. It's gonna be a breathing. Oh god, there's so many. Okay, let me actually type this here too. Animations. I need to draw different. What is different faces? I guess I don't just this is enough. Okay. And the other one now, that should be the left ribbon actually. Oh wait, why do I have two? Okay, I forgot. I have two for some reason. Make unique. Why can't I move this thing? I need to redraw it. I could. It's the same size. I wanted to just move this square selection thing. That's fine. This is a minor thing. Perfect. We successfully recreated from pieces Udin. Now is the thing that I'm scared. If I change the scale of the body, does everything changes together with it? It does. Whew. Okay, perfect, perfect. So the size that I want for the sprites is this. And now I can delete this, the placeholder. And I need to actually position it. Wait. What is... Oh, okay, that's the project. Blender naming scheme is name.r for L for one-way symmetric bones. You can symmetrize them automatically, even the weights when the mesh is mirrored. It's very nice. For unique bones, just name. Unique bones, you mean like, let's say, the head bone or the... When there's just one, right? Like the head, the body. But when you have the same thing, let's say, for the left leg or right leg, then you would use that. But does that work on here? Like, let's say this does not break if I go... Oh, I can't put a dots on there. That's what I was thinking. Invalid node name, the following characters are not allowed. So I can't use that. Yeah. You can only use underscore. But actually talking about talking about Blender, I am actually debating a lot because I actually never properly tried to learn 3D modeling. And I tried like to do something back in 2012 or something like that. I think even before that. But I didn't do much. I tried to make a scenario. I created a lamp with it didn't even exist like the donuts tutorial that exists nowadays. So all I learned was by trial and error. Let me try to grab it just to show a little bit what I did before, real quick. Wait, what's that? What? Oh. Okay. I had another scene open. Blender is very different since 2.8. Also, the donut tutorial is bait. Really? But it's like when I tried to do this before, I'll show it in a little bit. Just a second. Basically, I was just trying. Oh, there's extrude or something like that. Remove. I didn't know anything. I just knew a bunch of shortcuts, and I said, I'm gonna try to do something with this. And I don't know if you ever heard of the game Ib. It's a really old RPG Maker game. I found it. I hope this does not... Okay. I hope this does not dox me. Doesn't seem like it will. But yeah, I was a big fan back then of that game. And I wanted to learn something with the 3D and Blender and all of that. And this is what I created. It's not anything incredible, but this is what I created, okay? So I didn't create the character, and I didn't create the painting. But the entire scene itself, I did create. I created the lamps. I created the little stairs, the walls. I tried to texture it. I created this little pen thing, the little book, the door. And to be honest, I have no idea how I made them. It's been so long since I've done this. I don't remember anything of what I did. But this is as far as it goes with my knowledge of Blender and 3D modeling. I guess as a total beginner, you will learn the basic features and shortcuts. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because you actually are following a tutorial. So just following will not teach you anything, right? But just understand the basics of which features there is for you to begin creating. Maybe it's a good tutorial. But yeah, this is as far as it goes with my knowledge of Blender and 3D modeling. As far as I know. And this was the original scene of the game. And when there's gonna be a game real soon, I think. No, not real soon. It's gonna take a while. On the 8th game, it's gonna be 3D. Not that I can't do 3D before, but if I go through the games as it is, on the 8th game of the challenge, it is going to be 3D. And my initial idea was to use Blockbench, because Blockbench seems like a lot simpler and easier to do that type of learning. It's really simple, really easy to like pick up and create things. Have you seen Star Fox for this NES? You can do those models in a text editor. SNES. This in text editor? Really? Yes. You see, there's so many things I don't know, man. So many things. It's scary. But yeah, I was thinking about using Blockbench because for simple models and props and things like that, Blockbench is actually really good for that. Like really, really good. But my problem is that in the end, if I want to make, I still don't know if my game will, the end game, the game I want to make for real, if that game, I still don't know if it's going to be 3D or 2D. And I feel like if I start on Blockbench, I will probably, like, I can't do my game at all on Blockbench. The way I want to make the game, the models and everything, the enemies and all, I don't think they will work. Even if I try low poly, I don't think Blockbench will be able to do the way I want it to work. It can do a lot of things, but I don't think Blockbench will be what I will be using for that game. But I don't know if I should start on Blockbench and then try Blender, or if I should just start with Blender when I reach the 8th game. You know, I've been debating this recently. But it's gonna take a while to reach that, so I don't know. But yeah, this is the far. I would say this is as far as I got with 3D modeling, but right now I don't remember how I did all of this. So, do you know how they digitized models in the olden times? No, I don't. They drew polygons on the physical models and used one of those 3D sliding ruler looking things. 3D, you mean the triangle thing? Triangle ruler. I mean this? I don't know if this is what you meant, but those 3D sliding rulers looking thing to get coordinates for each point to manually enter into a text file. I'm gonna actually go. Let me note this. I wanna learn about this later. Search about old digitized models. Text files. I actually got really curious about that. Huh. Interesting. Hey, it's like a reverse 3D printer where you can move the pointer somewhere and can read the position. Oh, kind of like a. I guess it's kind of the same thing, but how is it? I don't know. I forgot the name of this. record player. Kind of, let's say the needle of a record player. Kind of. Let's say it moves in although a lot more flexibility, I guess. But it would put in where it wants to draw to get the coordinates for each points to manually enter into a text file. That's crazy. Huh. Oh god, this song. No. Okay. Player. Oh, I need to set the pivots. Pivot. Yeah. So. Oh god. Oh god, this messed everything up. Okay, get my sprite back, please. Let's pivot it kind of here. Oh god, I can see now. It's gonna be kind of like here. Right arm kind of like here. Left leg is kind of like here. Kind of like there. Head is nope. Kind of like here. This is gonna suck. This can be in the middle, you know what? Somewhere like this. I guess it's just called a 3D digitizer, but more primitive than current models. Oh. 3D digitizer. Oh, this thing. Oh, I know this. Okay. But more primitive. Gotcha. But it's still insane. It's still a lot insane. Oh. I'm gonna actually have to do this off. It's kind of like here. Right here. Kind of like here. Doesn't need to be perfect. The ribbon should be around here. Oops. The last one should be here, and the right one should be here. Okay, I think this is all. Now I need to position everything back. Good thing, yeah, I need to remember later when I go to the player. So position again. Right arm. Wait, let me see. Is the only thing they fear is you on this playlist? God, there's so many songs on here. It's not here, really? The only thing. They fear. Oh, I guess it is. Oh, it is. Okay. So where is this song? The only. There we go. That's a song. Okay. There we go. Back to the player. And we had to write a ray tracer for class. We also for the uni for class, we also needed to do a text-based scene description. It's not that bad, all things considered. There's some real crazy POV ray renders that are mostly fully code with some external models. You are doing a art school, right? You're this is art school, right? I always need to remember this is art school. This is yeah, sure, I guess. Oh god, that's insane for me. You go here. Left ear, you go here. Right ear, you go here. It was an introduction to introduction. Ray tracing introduction to C++. Huh. Introduction. I'm glad it was easy, at least. Sure. Introduction. Huh. Huh. Introduction. Sure. Introduction, you say, huh? Where's my collision again? Something like that. It's more math than programming. Just steal the intersection algorithms from the internet like everyone else. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. You know what? That's fair. I'll give you that. If that sounds easy. If you know math. But yeah, fair. Okay, I finally have my little bear. Actually, do I need to have... let me put the body behind. Do I need to have the entire collision like this? I don't, right? Because it's only gonna interact with the bottom of it. So I think I can get away with something like... It does not need to be a capsule then. Oops. Something like this should be enough. Because there's not really any collisions happening up here. It's only the bullets that's gonna have get a collision. Maybe a little bit more, just in case. God, this thing. Where is the delta? Here. Let me remove this delta. Did it break something? It didn't. Okay. Do they still die? Yeah. They still die. Yeah. That's fine with me. Okay. Now, player. All of that again, but now with the player. Oh god. But now I need to remember about the pivot. Let me use this again as a reference, and let me note the size and go back to 1. It all starts with a body. God, there's so many parts in there. Something like this. Is it clipping? I think it's clipping a little bit here. This can go a little bit lower just to make sure. There we go. We get, I think the body pivots would be around here. Kind of on the waist of her. Yeah, somewhere around there. Position it. There we go. And now we do all of that again. So the next one should be the arms. Let's do the arms. Child, left arm. Do you think I should, not now? You were talking about the Blender, right? The Blender naming scheme. Do you think I should start using, even if I can't use the dots on my next projects? Do you think I should be using like arm underscore L instead of L underline or whatever? Just for to get used to that naming scheme, or is not something that important right now? Make unique, edit region, arm, right? Yeah, arm. Put the pivot point first, so it does not break. There we go. Thing is properly aligned. And then we make it show behind parents. Right arm. Make unique. This is kind of boring, I'm not gonna lie. The texturing and all of that, setting it up it's boring, but I like name underline underscore extra because it makes autocomplete do what I want. Oh, yeah, that sure. Okay, I already started with this naming, so I'll keep it like this, but I'll start using the other one. I feel like it's gonna be better actually. No, the autocomplete makes sense actually. There. Okay, that looks correct. Actually, you know what? What did I type? Leg and leg. Sure. Make unique. We go grab the leg now. This is the left, right? Yeah. Perfect. Right leg, make unique. And we grab the right leg. So I was gonna say, this is kind of boring to do. Although when you get into a zone, you kind of do it fast enough, let's say. Oh, I didn't... I forgot to put the pivots here. You can go back. But yeah, so you can get a little bit into a zone and actually do it properly and kind of fast. But compared to actually setting the bones, this is actually rather tame, rather simple. So I'm not gonna complain that much. Okay, all of the limbs are done. Now is the head. Head. This array does not need to be behind. We make a unique. And let's grab the head. The head is really tight to grab. Okay, not that hard to do to select. The pivot should be on the center. Is there a no, the pivot should be here. What am I doing? position. Now is the buns. Left bun. From my perspective, is the same as bones, but I also don't know how it works inside of Godot. So, I feel like yeah, the initial setup is this for Godot, for the bones, the one from what I was trying to learn. But setting the bones was kind of a lot more work because yeah, you set up first the every single one of this is polygons. You actually would prefer polygons as far as I know instead of sprite 2D for bones. Then you would need to make the entire skeleton body and then set up the bones itself. It's not showing. Then the bone itself, remember that is broken for some reason. And then you would need to go on each limb and actually paint the weights on the correct bones. You need to sync to the correct bone, and then you would need to paint the bone that you want. Let's say the left arm, right now everything is white. The weights, if I wanted to get them a little bit, let's say, not as heavy weights for the formation, I would like paint this in a less favor weight, and then this on more weight. So this would deform would be harder to deform compared to this. And then you would need to do this on every single limb. Then after that, you need to do polygons. Then you would need to literally draw. Let's say, no one wants. Let's say, no I want. I don't remember how I do this. Maybe it's this. Okay, this. It would need to set, let's say, a polygon. A middle polygon, let's say. And then you would need to draw every polygon. Basically what you do in Blender, but the bone selection is easier. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, there's probably a way to do this faster. Maybe there's plugins. I think there is a plugin that does this part for me. But to do the actual thing as Godot intends, as far as I know, this is what you need to do. And then after you do this for every single limb, everything is connected and everything, then you can start the animation and things like that with this. So just doing that's why I didn't want to do bones. Because doing just the cutouts, I can still deform and do a few things, I guess. But I don't need to go through all of that in every single sprite, every single piece. It's just a lot easier to do this. I don't think you want to triangle fan everything. Oh yeah, I just doing what I know. But yeah, deformation will look terrible. I don't know. I don't know. I'll take your word for it, but I have no idea because I didn't go too far into learning that. I stopped after I set up the bones, and I was starting to look into the polygons. And then my mind went like, nope. And I stopped there. The only experience I have with any type of deformation is with cubism, and Life 2D for VTuber models and things like that. So I did one VTuber model, and that's as far as I know with a really simple animation. Okay, left button. Make unique. And let's grab our left button. Is that correct? No. There you go. Now it's correct. And the pivot's around the middle. Somewhere along, right. I think there. It's fine. This sword, I think it needs to be a child of the. No, it needs to be a child of the head, not the bun. Okay. Right bun. Give me my right bun. Oh, perfectly fits. But it should be behind. Left sword. I wonder if there is a faster way to do this, but I doubt it. What happens if I do auto slice? Are you for real? I just remember auto slice is a thing, and I did set up to my Atlas to be able to do that. So thank you. This works really well. I did not separate. I could have separated the little magic button. Yes. I could have separated the little keychain here for to actually make it bounce or balance or whatever, but I feel like it's too much for now. But yeah, magic button. Right. It's not a word, it's a sword. And make unique. And I just need to select the other one. My life changed right now. Guess this is it. Just a ribbon now. The ribbon go over everything. So, ribbon. Make unique. We go, bah, and we have it. God, that's so much faster. Look at that, it's done. Okay. We put this inside, then left ribbon. Make unique. Oh, I did not set the pivot though. I don't think it matters that much. It does matter. Around here. Oh. Make unique again. We edit region. That's so much better. And I want both of you to be showing behind parents. There we go. I think we have a player fits made. What happens if I try to squish just the body itself, not anything else? Transform. So I would have to squish a little bit. Oh, it squishes everything. I wanted to do this only on the body. I guess it's a problem for later. Maybe I can change. I don't know. At least I have the entire rig. Let's see. I can delete this now. And everything should be fine, right? Oh, yeah. I forgot the size. Give me the correct size. What? As always, the dirty solution is applying the inverse transform on all the children. Oh. Okay, but that's not a problem for now. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Let's see. Where's the collision? Somewhere around here, and a little bit to the right. Somewhere around here. Yeah. This should be fine. It's just because actually let's try to do I think the one I want to actually do it first is the enemy, the Udin. So you mean the inverse transform? Let's say I do this, I'll come here and reduce light by 10, let's say. And then I'll go for this and just increase by 10. Ew. If this is it, ew. I don't like it. But I guess it's fine. It's fine. Okay, time for animation player. Do I want to do this? Yeah, I want to do this now. Animation player. New. Udin animation. No, this is not. No. How do I want to delete this. How do I? Remove? New. Idle. Idle would be just breathing. 1 second. Okay. Is 1 second enough? I guess I'll play around with it. So, as far as I know, do I need to select every single part? Oh god, that's a lot. So if I do this, the scale rotation does not need to be keyframes. And position? Maybe position. Yeah, maybe position. The idle, he will not rotate that much. Just a little bit of some parts. Actually, instead, no. Let's create a scale for everything. If I change, the inverse isn't 1-to-1. It is, but not number-wise. You need to account for the new size and the change. So 0.9 to scale on parents would be 0.9 times scale on the child to reverse. Oh. But that is if I want the exact amount, right? Because I don't think I want the exact amount for the other ones. I'm gonna squish them a little bit. I just want to squish them in different amounts, you know. So I guess I'm gonna have to go into each one of them, but that is fine. It's fine. I don't need anything to be as precise as that. But you know what? Let me grab this and save this because this could be good information for later. Okay, so first frame we create 11 new tracks and insert keys. Use hold shift, creating key. Okay, create. Okay. And it would be the same on the last one. And I kind of want to change it on the middle. Mm-hmm. I can change the FPS to, let's say 60. That's more complicated and artist controls, so not my problem as the dev. I'm also the artist currently, so it's still my problem. Fair. But yeah, for animation and things like that, I guess it does not, depending on what you're doing, right? But you don't need to be perfect. I actually want to go and rewatch because I guess I know Rayman, right? The Rayman Legends has such a good video and talk show. I don't know. They go behind the scenes of making Rayman Legends, and it's so cool to see how they animate and things like that. I kind of want to rewatch them to remember because I can get a lot of inspiration from that. Okay, so God, that's a bunch of things. I want to get the body. I'll change the scale now. Not what I want. Wait, is it? Okay, it is correct. It's correctly scaled. Why is it? Wait, something? Shouldn't this be different? Is it because I... Why is it 0? Oh, it's because it's 0.05. Okay, I guess if I go like this... Okay, that explains it. I was going crazy there a little bit. We're fine. We're fine. So I would like for him to squash a little bit. So let's say 0.75 and 0.9. Not that much. Maybe it's a little too aggressive, but I can play around with the values as it goes. The head, I do not want it to be that much. So 0.92, a little bit, yes. And I want the ears, both of them, to go a little bit further down. Like this. So both of them. Okay, I'm not gonna do this because I didn't set a position for the ears. I forgot about that. Let me do this then. So ears. Set one for the ears, and another one for the ears. Now we go to the middle. And my deformation, I guess it didn't save. Let me just make sure it didn't. Yeah, it didn't save. Okay. It does not have a this snapping timeline cursor. There we go. This is what I wanted. Perfect. Now it's easier to reach the 5-second mark. So let's go again. So 85. We make nope. This should be 75, right? No. Seven five? This felt a little too much. Let's go 80. No. Playing with this is kind of fun, but kind of horrible at the same time. And then 90 here. Yeah, this is what I wanted. For the body. No, not the position. The scale. Then everything can stay as it is. I don't care about the legs or the thing. Just the head. The head should be a little bit less than this, so 0.95. And I guess 1.0 is fine. Where's my head? Okay, it has a keyframe. Fair. And what else? The ears. I want to change them now. I want them to go exactly here, just a little bit down. Something like that. Put the keys. Where's my ears? God, I can't really put out zoom this. So many frames. I don't mind them going a little bit later. And now I guess, can I select everything? And make them cubic? How does this look? Where's my loop? Where's my loop? There we go. Ah, look at that! It's kind of something. We have something. Something. Okay, I know a little bit more things I need to fix. I want my body, my head actually, to have a position keyframe on the beginning, on the end. And I want the head to go a little bit down, just a little bit down. All of them, that's the body, head position. All of them cubic. Everything is not cubic. How can I not change everything to cubic? Really? There's 100% a way to do that. No way you can. It's not that many. You know what? It's not that many. Okay. Now I think the ears position is too aggressive. Does not need to be that aggressive. Too much still. Wait, is it resetting? Okay, it is. Fair. Yeah, that's a lot better now. But I still feel like it needs to be a little bit to the side, just like here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, there's a lot of movement already, and I love it. Now the head. Where's my head? Here. Position. We will go like one frame after. And I want to just change the position of the head. Did I not change this? I guess not. Nah, it went too much. Yeah, this is fine. But I guess the body could use a little bit more squish. Body scale. The Y can go a little bit like line 3. Not so much too. Yeah. Huh. Look at that. Quite cute actually. Now for the ribbons. The ribbons should have a rotation, a position too. Position on the starts. On the ends. And around 0.5. I wanna. This should not be much movement. It's not gonna change the position itself. Actually, not even the scale. I wanna keep it as it is, just the flaps a little bit. So, it's actually the rotation I need to set. Yeah, just I think just this is fine. No. 5. And now I rotate the right ribbon. Just a small. But position should be useful too. Will you add movement reactive player animations like limbs swaying left to right when you start moving or change directions? Maybe. I don't think. I still don't know how I'm gonna do the player animations itself, because I kind of wanna keep the player with this sprite only. I didn't want to actually draw another a side character. You know, I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but if I need, I will. But it's gonna have some type of animation, but it's gonna be there's gonna be like a moving something. Maybe I can do something with the legs on this or something, but it's not gonna be a. It's gonna be a swing animation, but it's not gonna be a like shoulder animation or whatever. Shoulder no, elbow animation. I don't intend. It's gonna be like just the leg just moving itself. That big thing. And you're gonna see. I'm gonna try to make the movements of the enemy. I already know how I want the movements for this little bear, and I think it's gonna be cute and interesting to look, but I don't know. Oh yeah, the ribbon, right? Ribbon, little bit down. It moves in a grid, so I'm gonna just move it, rotate it down. But why did you, why did you ask? Play. Okay. I think the ribbon is too much. I over exaggerated it, so let me fix it. Oh, I messed something up. What did I miss? Huh? Let me delete this. Delete this. Okay, there we go. 5. Rotate just a little bit. rotate just a little bit. Okay, there we go. Cubic. Cubic. Let's use everything cubic for now. Look at that. I think he looks cute. I could use a little bit of rotation on the arms, actually, to give it a little bit more liveliness, because it's completely static. The little arms. Where is my arms? Right leg, right arm. Okay. Well, it's the first thing that comes to mind when you have bones available. Physics related animations, even if it's just fake simplified. Yeah. But that's so basically what you're saying is inverse kinematics, right? For the limbs and all of that. Shouldn't the ball go upwards when the head goes? Good point. Good point. Good point. You're the artist here, not me. Good point. Good point. Actually, good point. It actually should go up, and maybe position it like this. But then I need to set position. So but it already has a position. I don't know if this is correct, but up. Did it break? No. Oh yeah, that's a lot better actually. But I need to rotate it a little bit more. Rotate like this. Exaggerate a little bit more. Yeah, that's a lot more lively. I did a class on computer animations, but it was more technical than anything. It's just something that pops out as not looking quite right. Gotcha. No, but if you feel like something is wrong, just tell me. I'm here learning too. I'm here to learn. I barely touched any type of animations either, so I'm really new on everything. I drew my entire life, but I never went into proper learning. So most of what I know was from copying other things, and even the things here that I drew right now is from copying other things. I use the proper reference from things and just try to recreate as much as I can. I don't have a proper style. I needed to redraw this guy, because if you compare, like, let me show you what I mean. If I get the older model, that is this guy, you can see that this guy is has a big, incredibly bigger head, right? And the lines are a lot thinner on the first model compared to the second model. The reason I wanted the lines thicker is because I drew the character, and the character itself had a lot. The lines itself were a lot thicker than the first one. So everything was. I drew the character, and then I put in the game, and things stopped looking like they were from the same place. You know, if you compare this to this, both of them, although they are the same theme and the colors are right because I just get the colors from the original characters, they don't fit itself because of the lines and things like that. So I needed to. I did need to redraw the little bear. But this all happened because I don't know color theory. I don't know a bunch of that. So I suck at everything. I'm just trying to make everything work as best as I can. I think this was enough to understand. I hope. Okay. The later animation is the arms now. I need to get my arms. Where's my arms? Scale, I need rotation for both arms too. So I don't think I need position. Yeah, I don't think I need position. This, cubic, go to 5. It can go a little bit farther, let's say here. Then I grab my right arm, rotate a little bit, maybe too much. Grab my left arm. A little bit of difference, does not need to be the same. How does it look? Yes, that's what was missing. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. It looks so cute. God, I love him. I love him so much. Okay. Idle animation. Now, how do I start this again? Funk ready. Let's do it in here. Dot play, I guess. Idle. So does it work on game? God, it makes... Yes! It looks so much better now than the static one. Wow. That looks so much better. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Okay. We can take something out now from the list. So, animations, we have Udin Idol. God, I need to do 4 for each. I forgot, I thought it was just 2 animations. Oh my god, I'm gonna suffer from this. The death itself, I have an idea of how they can die, which would be just their every single limb detaching and then going to the ground and then disappearing. But outside of that, I have no idea. And that's the same with a player. Both of them are like zombies, let's say. But I'm so happy with animation. I'm so happy. This looks way better than I was expecting. Oh god. This is so good. Okay, let's move on because I can stay looking at this for the entire day. New animation. So the other I actually am happy with this now. I'm gonna move to the player. Let's do the player animation. No. Okay, animation tree. Tree? Wait. No, it's not animation tree. It's animation player. Although animation tree is something I want to learn too because it can be quite useful. As I've seen some people, yeah, saying. Idle is gonna be kind of the same thing. I guess not as aggressive. So, oh, I think I changed this, but it doesn't affect, right? Although it does affect. Okay, it does affect. Okay, what happens if I go to the enemies and change the FPS to, let's say, 24? How does this affect? I just feel like it makes a little bit faster. Nah, not even that. I'm gonna leave it at 60. But yeah. Just because. Actually, my projects, did I ever... Okay, I disabled the VSync. I did disable the VSync, but I need to. Actually, did I? I think I did, right? Set the. Oh, I did set the maximum FPS. Fair. I remember it lagging and all of that. I'm so happy with this. Okay, player, focus. Idle. Let's do this. The sword will not change at all. So I don't need sword. Maybe the position, so maybe. I know the scale will change for everything. So, yeah. Now that I think about it, the collision on the player should change too, like I did with the enemies. It does not need to be a capsule for this game. A simple rectangle on the head should be enough. Like here. What? Huh. I can play on the reverse if I press A. Interesting. And I can just do like something like this. Like it's the head that's gonna be the collision, not the body itself. Maybe a little bit smaller, just in case. Yeah. I feel like this is gonna be better. God, the array looks so much better just having the little animation. Yeah. Yeah. It still gets somehow, somewhat. I'm gonna leave it like this. If I need to change, I'll change it later. That's fine. Okay, so player animation. Let's go. So full scale. Full scale, keyframe. We go to 5 again. And here. I didn't end up putting the sword on here, right? Oh, but I think it matters. Okay. We get the body. We squish it a little bit. So 0.13. I kind of wish for the player to not... Okay, I need to make positions too. On everything. I guess on everything doesn't matter, but oh well. 5. Let me create a collision real quick. Because I want to use it as a reference for where should she be, where her feet should be. There we go. So I know that's where the feet should be. Now I can edit the body, do the little squishy thing. So like this, a little bit, something like this, and then I can position her correctly. Bam. Yes, that's what I wanted. I wanted to stay on the ground without going up. I guess I should do the same for the enemies, but nah. But that's a little bit too aggressive, actually. 5. I need to check the position. So 0.3 is too much. 4 is a little bit better. Oh, the position needs to change, actually. That's better. Okay, that's better. Okay. Now for the rest of the things. So the head should go a little bit down. Just a little bit. Maybe this is enough. And it should squish a little less, right? 1.1. No, that's not it. 0.9. Actually, this can stay like this. This will change to 0.9 or 1.1. Okay, it doesn't change at all, I guess. It should squish a little bit, so this is way too aggressive. So 0.05. And it should, I guess, it's 0 itself. That does not feel right. Maybe it's because everything is not in a cubic. There's 100% a way to do this, right? But I don't know. To do this on everything at once. Okay, yeah, that was it. That feels a lot better now. A lot better. Lot better now. Okay. Should I go a little bit down? I'm gonna try it. Where's my keyframes? I'm gonna change the position of the head a little bit. Just a little bit more. Maybe it's a little bit too aggressive now. No, actually I like it. Actually I like it. I'm gonna keep, nah. For the player, I guess this is a little bit better. Okay. Now, I guess the legs can stay as it is. But I want to change the arms a little bit. So the arms can be a little bit after everything. Oh, but I need to set the rotation for them. So rotation. And then a little bit over. We go left arm. Change a little bit. Same thing like here. Position or keyframe. How does it look? Horrible. I moved them too much. But first, let me do this and see if this changes anything. It actually changes, but I did move them too much. Go inside the body again. Maybe it's rotating too much. Yeah, I think it's rotating too much. Yeah, that's better. But I want them to move in a different timing. Just a bit of difference. Mm. Yeah, I guess it's fine. That looks decent, let's say. I don't know if I need to do anything with the legs. I'm gonna keep the legs as it is. The ribbon should go up. Where is the ribbons? The sword stay as it is. The buns can stay as it is. Maybe I can rotate just a little bit of the buns, actually. Let's try it. Bun and bun. Where's my buns? There's no rotation, so... Can be on 5? Just a little bit. Not even... Shouldn't even be that noticeable. Maybe move a little bit? Let's see. Yeah, that gives a little bit more character. It's not really that much difference. Actually, I don't think I like it going up. Keep it on the same place. Yeah. Maybe it needs a little bit more rotation. This is a lot of trial and error, right? So there's not much I can do. Keep going until I find something that is good enough. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. And now the ribbon. You can stay on the same place. I'm just gonna change this. Oops. What did I do? This and then you. Yeah, like this. Does it look good? Does it look good? Does it look good? Kind of. I think the ribbon should go up a little bit, to be honest. Yeah, but it needs to actually rotate a little bit more too. So you should go up a lot more. And you as well. Oops. You and you. Yeah, I guess this is fine. Guess this is fine. Okay. Actually, I think the problem here is not that. I think this going up is not correct. Should go down a little bit. Yeah, that looks better. I think this is it. Now I can just make it play. I'm gonna make it on here. Funk ready. We do animation player dot play idle. How does it look? Everything breathes on the same speed, and I don't like that, so I need to fix that. Let's say this, her animation should take less. How do I decrease here? Let's say it's 0.7. Yeah, and then I need to move everything to here. And all of the middle things should be like here. Or a little bit more. Nah, that's too fast actually. 0.8. What about now? Yeah, I like that. How does it look on game? Yeah, now the character has a different breathing rhythm, so it does not clash with the same thing. Like they are two different entities altogether. They don't clash with the. I felt like with the same speed of breathing, both of them were the same thing, and it grabbed my. Now I can, when I look at the screen, I can see two different things. If they have the same breathing rhythm, I feel like both of them are the same thing, and my brain kind of makes both of them the same thing. It's kind of hard to explain, but now it feels like both of them are different entities altogether. Okay. I guess now we have two animations done. We can remove the animation for the idle for the player. And both of those gave so much feeling to the game. I love it. Let me drink a bit of water. And we keep going. I kind of want to stop a little bit. I'll probably do a little bit more animations. But now I want to do a little bit of coding. I think it's going to be just a little bit. Because I'm going to go with the procedural generation. Not the procedural generation. Actually, the reset grid after killing the last enemy. I think I know a way to do this. And I'm going to use the global script for this. The global variable. Global variables, let's say var number of enemies. And we just do a int in here. So when the grid is created, so loop cells, every time a single enemy is created, it should spawn, it should add to that. So global variables dot number of enemies plus equals 1. Now let's print let's print that to see if it works. $20. 5, 10, yeah, 20. Okay, if I increase the amount of enemies, does that change? Just to make sure everything works. 28. Okay, perfect. Now, because this creates at the end, I'm gonna say that let's do this. If global variables dots number of enemies, it's lower just to make sure, or equals to 0, we print every enemy killed. But this should not be here. This should be on process, actually. Yes. Let's see. Let me reduce the amount of enemies, actually, just to test this. Enemy create. I want... Let's say just 2. Oh, there's a... Oh. Okay, I found a bug that never happened before. Interesting. But that's not what I wanted to do. Can I reset? Let's see. Reset scene, not tree. Good though. I want to reset just a node. Instead of a that's reset node. That's something you might do via signal, actually, as it send a signal when the last enemy is killed. Oh, fair. Fair. So I'm trying to think how I could implement that. I'm thinking. Yo, hey Vinny, welcome. Hey Vinny, just so you know, my little characters now have animations, so they breathe. Both of them. Let me play here. Both of them breathe now. Just check if the array you get from get children is empty to avoid erroring when spawning projectiles. Okay. So, oh, they're alive now. Yes, on the projectile, right? So, God, where did I? Here. This was the error, right? Oh, this was the error. And this is on enemy grid. Just check if the array you get from get children is empty. Okay, so no, I would check like if, let's say this. I should create a var for this, right? Var, I'll call it children. Now I would go children. If children equals to null, I guess. Then we do children. Maybe this works. And let me do this a little bit easier. Let's do 2 by 2. Oh, Okay, no errors. Yeah, a variable is good. Avoid getting stuff multiple times. Where useful. Yeah, I imagined it. Just create once, right, and just let it do its thing. So it works now. Great. Thank you for that. Now I'll go back to thinking about how I implement the signal. um, God, where's the? Because it's not even checking right now. This is not even working. Pass. I'm thinking because this is something I never done. But can I use a signal on a global variable? How would I trigger it? And how would I connect to anything? Hmm. Let's see. Signal on global variable. Godot. Signal bus is in an auto load, yes, to allow different parts of your game to communicate without the direct reference. Okay, I have a. Let me show you just what I'm looking at. Create a new script, global or signal bus, and add it to auto load in your project. This makes a singleton. Yeah, I already have that. So how to connect? And how does it check? Hmm. Oh, I just use the global dot connects. Gotcha. So let's go through it a little bit. Let's go it one single thing at a time. Okay. So signal. Wait. Is not signal. It is signal. What? Signal. I want a. Let's see. No enemies left. No enemy left. I hate naming. I don't know how to name things. And then I would. Okay, how do I? So emitting the global signal. And you know that causes the events can emit a signal on the global script instance. Okay, lodge to reduce health. So I just create a function and that would trigger? Um, everyone who wants to subscribe to the signal does this global method to handle the signal. This basically means that the script will listen to whenever the signal is emitted. Then as a reaction to that, it will call the method. If I create a function here, like let's say func. No, but okay, this is making me a little bit lost. And it shouldn't be making me this lost. Uh-huh. Using signals. I know there's custom signals here somewhere. No, not it. Custom signals. Okay. So health depleted, var health 10. How does it take damage? God, my brain. I am not understanding. So what I'm not understanding right now is how to make the. When does it emit the signal right now? If I just create a function, will it just emit it? Let's say func. But then I can't call it. Where would I call it? Every frame? Let's try this. I don't know. I don't know. So if I use a func, signals are just callback holder with fancy names. The backend implementation is fairly simple. Just imagine that you're the boss and the signal is a manager. You tell the signal who its underlings are, and then tell it to scream at them. That's a good analogy. Yeah, but the problem is I don't. What's making my problem, my brain freeze right now is the way to trigger the. So it's to make the boss say it's time to scream at the underlings. So you know, that's the problem. You send a signal when you need to. In your case, either when the enemy is killed together with the enemy amount, or when the last enemy is killed. But how do I check? That's my problem. How do I check when the last enemy? I know, like there's gonna be a number of enemies. Let's just say no more enemies. Okay, enemies. So let's say if number of enemies it's just for now, let's say equals to 0, it would emit a signal, right? Emit signal and would be no enemy lives. It doesn't need to be a string. It needs to be a string. Okay. Unterminated string. Oh, there we go. So this would send a signal, but the only way I think I could use this is using like var process. So it sends from the delete function on the enemy. You can keep the amount of enemies global for simplicity. Oh, that makes okay. You can keep the amount of enemies global for simplicity. Yeah, this is the idea. Because when I create the grid, did I ever set the grid? Oh, that's why it was not working. Okay. No, I did set the grid. Yeah. Number of enemies plus 1. So it gets the value. And then on the... Where is the enemy deletes? So here is where I want to check, right? So after all of this, get kill free. I guess it's before killing free. I will emit the signal. How do I get the method? Oh no, no more enemies. I call this on here. And then if it's on 0, it should connect to the main one. So, okay, how do I connect again? Global Okay, it's just the same thing. So do I just connect on ready? Let's see. Global variables dot no more enemies dot connects. And then I need to create a function, right, for this to work. Func. This is on the main, right? So for this, I need to actually delete the enemy grid itself. So I need to preload. I guess for now, let me reset this. Func on last enemy killed. Doesn't need to pass anything. I need to start doing this to two, I think. Okay, on here I will just print last enemy. Oops. Last enemy killed. And now I connect it to on last enemy killed. Got it. Is that it? Let's see. 2, 3, 4. Okay, it did not print. Maybe it's because I connected. No, it's correct. Let me print the actual enemies itself. So I think the signal name that emits signal, it was on here. No, on global. This. I'll also make sure the enemy amount is subtracted before the check. Oh. So let's see. Got so many things. Grid. Is enemy delete? Okay. Am I think I'm not. I think the problem here is that I'm not actually subtracting any enemy at all. I think that's the problem. Okay, after all of that, global variables. I was gonna check this now if it was going down. So the number of enemies minus equals 1. I think this is the problem. There we go. There we go. It works. Less enemy killed. It works. Great. Thank you. Now for the other thing. So I want now to grid scene to create a preload of the grid, enemy grid, right? Yes, enemy grid. I don't want it to go down there. But it's fine. No, it's not fine. I want to create a node to control this. So enemies controller, let's say. That doesn't make much sense, but whatever. So I want it when it starts. But okay, I'll deal with this later. Actually, no. Let's do another function because this is just for the connection. And I kind of want to call. Actually, no. There's no. Okay. Starts grid. Let's say. Starts grid. Because on here, I want it to, when it starts already, I want it to do the start grid. And every time the signal starts, is said I want it to do. So I want to get the enemy controllers. How do I delete the enemies or the nodes from a parent? Delete children from parents. Good old. Child node.free. No, but I would need a name for that. Child node.q free, but I would need a. But I guess it works either way. Oh, there's an easy way. Okay, so if there is any children, we just for the to make sure for child and child get children on the enemy's controller. We would child kill free. Boo, but it's a node. Oh, yeah, I am dumb. It's this that I want. Okay, so if there's no children, if there is children, I want them to all be deleted when this first, and then I want to add the children. Then I would do var grid equals grid scene. And enemies controller dot add child. That would be grid. Grid scene dot instantiate. I think this is fine. Let's see if it starts the grid. Okay, it starts with a grid. Let's see if I kill the last one. Yes, it works! Wow. OOP and its consequences have been a disaster for the room. Object-oriented programming and its consequences has been a disaster for the human race. I can't say much for that. Okay, I can't believe it worked like that, but oh god, it worked. And why do you say that? Is my suffering so bad that it's been a disaster? I'm happy. I'm really happy. Okay. They restart. Another thing done. Thank you, Acros, for that help. That was a lot. Okay. Next objective. God, most of this is just literally polish. Literally polish. I don't need those anymore. Those are the size of the sprites. Procedure generation, right? I can do the random amount of enemies. Well, the function object pattern is how you simulate OP method calling. Oh. God, just remembering C makes me actually it's not the C. I like the syntax of C itself. It's just pointers, man. Maybe it's because I suffered so much with pointers, like learning how to code, starting to learn how to code with pointers and all of that. Maybe that scared me. Although I love the syntax of C, pointers, I can't, man. I can't. Or my favorite, struct callback, struct arg1, arg2. You know that I still don't understand perfect. I can't say I don't understand, but on CS50 we would use a lot of this arg1, arg2, and all of that. I I went through all of this C without properly understanding args or arguments on the functions and things like that or whatever. It, my brain can't understand those things. Like just the things like passing, creating a function, and then let's say delta here, and then passing it through functions into a function and thing. This breaks my brain in a way that, yeah, I'm using them fine, but my brain don't understand it. It's hard to explain. It's really hard to explain them. This for you. Cause I can use them, but my brain does is like functions in math. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. It's just my brain fails to. I don't know. I really can't explain you how this works for. I don't know. You said it's like medical making. All medical making. I don't know. But you know, it works. At some point, it will click. It's getting there. Something is getting there, but I don't know. It's still something that, like, I understand what's in here. That I pass the grid in here and then add a child. I know what this do, but my brain can't really explain this to me. It's hard. Yeah. But with side effects, in this house, we ignore the existence of functional programming. So it's just witnessing miracles. Kind of. It's kind of a miracle because I can't explain. It's so hard for my brain to comprehend all of this. Not comprehend. I do understand, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to properly do things, right? I wouldn't be able to do like this, the connection, or the add child. But I can't really properly explain what's happening here. Even though I know, I can't explain, and I can't make my brain explain it to me what's happening here. It's so strange. It's so strange. Even to me that's going through this, it's so strange. It's so strange. Okay, either way, let's do the okay, enemy grid. Let's go back to the thing. I want to make, so this right now does not, rows is always going to be 4, but the columns I want to be a var, which will be a int, and every time it's ready, I want it to just pick a random. So columns equals range from 5 to 10, I think, right? I think this is how I did last time. Does this work already? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it works. Perfect. It works. First round. This was simple. Okay. It already selects a completely random amount of enemies, and everything works as far as I know. So now what? Okay, I want to check first. I can do that. I can check spawn the enemies correctly without the sprites or the animations or whatever. So I want to spawn a random number of enemies. let's do a complete. I don't know if this is the proper way, but let's do it like this. So var random equals. I'm gonna do this 0 1. Whoops, 0 or 1. Not pick random. Maybe it's not the correct way, but whatever. So if random equals to 1, we do this, else pass. Don't do anything. This should work. This should completely spawn random things, right? Yes, it does. Okay, this is exactly what I wanted. A completely random thing. Yes. You basically say that function f, x, y, these two parameters that are used somewhere inside, or the formatter will scream at, or the formatter will scream at you. Most people don't know, but warnings are free. You can just pick them up and take them home. I have 507 warnings in my house. I wasn't expecting that. Oh god, that's too good. That's great. That's okay, that was a good one. 570 warnings in my house. Good to know. Good to know. The only difficult thing for beginners is the difference between pass by value or pass by reference. Just read up on it. If you don't know, you need to understand at some point anyway. Okay, let me let me save this. But that was good. That was really good. Okay. But I kind of want a like minimum amounts of enemies. Because this is too random. Although it works, it clearly works. I mean, I could pick up, let's say, this would increase the odds, let's say. Something like a big but maybe that's a little bit too much. And instead of this, if different than 0, then spawn something. Because there's gonna be more chances to spawn something than not spawning. Okay. It still feels like I want just a few breaks. Let's increase it from more. Let's see if 7 works. Okay, just 3. Just 2. That may not be the best implementation ever of this. But the results are exactly what I wanted. Just maybe it's too brutal. Like 6, maybe enough. Yeah, but this is exactly what I wanted to happen. To have just a few breaks so it gets a little bit random. Like that. Yeah. I would say this works. It's not the correct implementation, maybe. Maybe it is, I don't know. But it is what I wanted. It works exactly how I envisioned this. Just random breaks and then they move like that. Okay, I like it. I like it. So we have done another implementation, which is random amount of enemies and random spawning. I guess amount of colonies is not something I just need to spawn now. Spawn correct enemies per row. I feel like this is enough. This is exactly what I need. No. This is the last thing I need for the procedural generation. And now everything else, it's... Oh god, I don't want to do... I don't want to do this, man. I don't want to deal with this. All of this is not... I like doing them, but my god, those are... Yeah, those are not what I was intending to do right now. But it seems like everything I need, like the main game, it's done. Do I still die? But it will look so good when done. I hope so. I hope it will look good. I really hope so. They are not firing anymore. They are not firing anymore. Wait, is this correct? But this isn't... Did I change that at some point? I don't remember what I changed. No, this is incorrect, right? No. You want to check empty, not new. Does empty exist? No. Okay, I get children. And remove the get children from children. Oh. Sure. That's a good call. Equals something like this. Different. Okay. If different than children that is empty. Is empty. Returns true if the array is empty. See size. Oh, okay. Let's see if it works. Okay, it works. It works. God, that's way too many to try. So, do I still die? I need to check this. I didn't know the is empty existed. So, thank you again, saving me a lot as always. No. I wanna die. I wanna die. I think the projects are way too slow. Yeah, I still die. So everything is still working. I don't need this anymore. Can I close all of this? No. Control. Okay. I want to make this. I think it's random, right? I'm gonna make like 3 to 7. Exclamation point is the not operator. Exclamation equals is the not equal operator. Same symbol, different meanings. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. Okay. Yeah. I basically only knew from where is it? What is this? Right? Yeah, I only knew from difference. Let's say this and this that I call different, but I guess it's not equal, right? Maybe it's better to call this not equal instead of different. Which makes sense, right? Because if you would write, this is literally written down as not equal, so I guess it makes sense. This just is. This is just not, right? Is empty is checking if it's not empty. And then this is not equal. Okay. Okay, I think I understand. Let's see if this feels a little bit better for the projectiles of the enemies. And I think I'm gonna increase the velocity of the projectile a little bit more. Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. It feels fine. Maybe a little bit less to 5. Exclamation flips the truth value of the following statements. Exclamation equals returns a truth value from an equality check. Okay. It flips the truth. Okay. Okay. That's a good explanation. Let me note it. Truth value from an equality check. Okay. Noted. Okay. Enemy projectile. I want to increase the velocity by a good amount. Actually, I never checked if the projectiles despawn. I think they don't. No, do they? No, this is enemy ships. I have no idea where the... Here? Oh god, that's so many. I don't think they are... Because the max hate being minus 30 is up here, right? Yeah, it is. So it needs to be 1100. So just 1100. I guess it's higher here, right? Because it goes down. Yeah. I hope this works because I have no way to check if if this works. I guess if I do this, I couldn't guess that it works. Let's see. Okay. I can guess that it works because it reaches here and now it's gonna delete. I guess this works. I hope it works. Okay. God, that's so many things, man. And I'm kind of happy with the velocity too. No. My problem now that I'm seeing is the animation for the enemy movements. Oh, I just noticed I need another movement. Enemy you didn't move in to sides. And then moving down. Oh god, I need another animation. But I want the player. I want to have a little animation for when they move, and I feel like it's gonna enter in conflict with a timer because they need. I don't know how I'm gonna make this. Maybe I can do with the animation tree or animation player. Well, they teleport. Not sure how to animate. So I'm gonna try to illustrate because I'm not gonna do this now. But it's like they will jump. Let me try to show you. So the idea will be something like, they get the body, and it would rotate a little bit, leaving the leg. This is not the leg. Leaving the leg here. And then they teleport, and when they finish the teleports, they would reset to the place and start to idle. That's kind of how I want them to animate that. So they prepare, the position, they go to the left, and then when they are going to the right, or when I move their body to the right, they teleport, and then they do a landing animation, and so this means they need a landing animation. I have this landing animation, and then they go back to the idle animation. I'm just trying to think how I'm gonna time everything. Maybe I think I can do right. Oh my, how am I gonna? Because the movement is done by the enemy grids. It's gonna be a signal, but how am I gonna move everything? This got complicated really quick. So just to explain, I want them when the timer, let's say when it since you get about one idle animation loop per step in, you can probably cheat and always do land idle jump, even as a single animation. Oh, that's true. But that is true. That actually could work if I do a big loop. If Godot doesn't have a way to speed up animations to sync up with the timer, it would. That's how. Oh. Okay. It does have. I'm pretty sure it does have a way to increase the animation speed. So basically, say pick up the same amount of the pick up the this, like, let's say the wait time from the timer for move, right? That is 1 second when it starts, and then we do the animation for that whole 1 second, whole wait timer. And when it's literally on the last frame, going to the last frames, we make the animation of the movement for him to go to the right. Then the first frame is landing, and then it just repeats, decreases the time, speed up the whole animation, and keep going like this until everything dies and resets. Right? I think that's what you meant. And that's it. I guess you'd want to split animations up so you can have vertical, horizontal land jump where needed. Yeah, true. There's that too. I mean, my problem is not really it's fine. So let's see. What I think is move timer. It starts. It gets the timeout after 1 second. Plays the animation. After the animation finishes, it teleports the enemy to the place that it will be teleporting. Plays the landing animation and starts the idle animation. I would imagine that I can do this with signal. So when the animation ends, send a signal to the enemy grid, and when the enemy grid receives the signal, moves the enemy to the side, and then just play the idle animation on the enemy itself sprites, and the same thing when it goes down. I would imagine this would work. That's how I think it would work. So basically something like land, idle, jump, speed up, land, idle, jump. Yeah. Yeah, that's the loop I'm imagining. But then it was gonna, after a few jump, it would be more like land. It starts in idle, jump to the side, land, idle, jump to the side, land, idle, jump down, speed up, land, idle, jump to the other side, and so forth and so on. That's what I think is gonna end up being. It's not that big of a loop. Actually, the biggest problem of all of that is just doing the animations itself. You know, I think that's gonna be the thing that's gonna take the biggest amount of time here. Maybe it's going to be, I don't know, but maybe it's not gonna be that problematic to do the code itself. I hope so. If the logic on my head works, it should be simple. I won't say fairly simple, but simple or okay to do. But I think it's manageable. I think it's manageable. The important thing is we have some sort of animation. I don't like that he goes up, but I'm not gonna fix that. And just since you don't have real bones, you either need to figure out a way to mirror animations or do mirrored animations yourself. Yeah, that is something that I was thinking about too. I hate it. I hate it here. But we'll see. If I need to do the inverted, I'll do the inverted. I don't care. It's already gonna take so long to do everything that I don't mind. God, this is just because I tried to do all of this. This is so much more work than the other two games. I don't think I'm gonna be doing all of that. Wait, was that a bug? Process print global variables dots. Number of enemies. I need to see 27. Let me break a ship. Really? Really? I need to fix that too. I need to change it to a... I suck at my own game. Come on. No. There. Really? Again? 26. Okay, it is decreasing from the ships, and it shouldn't. Because because of this line of code. Udin. Okay. Now we should decrease to the normal ones. Right, 19. Oops. 18, 17, and it shouldn't decrease from... Okay, I think that's it. I do need to fix the spawn the spawn of the ships too, but for now it's fine. I'll fix it later. There's way too many ships going appearing. Yeah. I think that was enough for today. That was a lot of progress. I'll do tomorrow is animation day. You know what? I said it here. Tomorrow is gonna be only animations. Cause I need to. The more I procrastinate thinking about doing the, the animations, the more I'm gonna dread it, and then I'm gonna give up. So yeah, tomorrow I plan to make all the animations, at least of the sprites that I have. You know? Did I? No. That whatever. That's not a problem. Do I need to reposition it? Nah, I'm not gonna reposition because if I kill the entire last row right here, it's still gonna, or the first row, it's gonna come down according to this one or this one, right? Imagine that there's a row here that it was before. But I think the original happened to be like this too. So it doesn't delete from the distance itself. I don't care. Do I not care? Shouldn't that be easy enough to set up? I guess instead of doing this, nah, this will break a lot because of the random thing. I'm gonna keep it as is. This is getting too. I'm overscoping. You could iterate all enemies to find the min and max X values to set the marker at runtime. From my past experience, if it works, then don't touch it. Yeah, I was thinking about doing that, Acros. But the problem I'm seeing with that is because of the random thing. So if it iterates through all of the top ones, right? What would happen is instead of being here, the marker position here to check when it should go down, when it reaches this place, it would be on this one because there is not the same amount of children through the entire thing. So it would get only 4 children and it would position one before it should. So it would go over the screen. From my past experience, if it works, rework it completely from scratch and add new features that break it for net compatibility. That's a plan too. Okay. 0.05. That's not a number. So yeah, I don't think the iterating, that's a word, right? Iterating through the entire amount of enemies will work because there's going to be some rows that does not have every enemy. So I don't mind it working like it is. It's not like it's gonna break anything. From my definitions are free. I could have 7 incompatible model formats. I wish I have 7 compatible model formats. God, you have 7 incompatible model formats. You have, where is it? 507 warnings in your house. Do this collecting every single error or problem imaginable. That's amazing. I gotta say. Oh god. Okay. Animation player has no current animation. Sure it doesn't. But yeah, I think for today it's enough. It was a fun stream. There was quite a lot of things. There is still a lot to do. I mean, look at this. I need to do all of this. All of this. God, this is gonna take a while. I don't think I'm gonna finish this week. Tomorrow I'm gonna be able to do most of the animations. I want to do the moving and attacking. I don't think I can. Maybe the attacking I can do somehow without making it look incredible, but just convincing enough, maybe. So let's say I'll be doing the player animation for attacking and the death animation. That's okay. Gets faster once you've got the first few. Fair. That's true. Then I'm gonna make the moving to the sides. The animations for the sides. Moving to the sides, or the jump animation. Let's call it jumping animation. Jumping to sides animations. Jumping to sides. Jumping down. And then the landing animation. The landing animation can be the same for both. So I just need one jump animation. I want to do... So yeah, I'm going to do both of those with, I believe, for the player. I'm going to do all of this for Udin because I don't know how I'm going to do the attacks. Although maybe I can do the same thing. Maybe I can think about it. But yeah, my main things will be this for... Let me separate. So... let's mark which ones I intend to do. I need to draw still the projectiles. Both projectiles. So let's mark here. Draw. Proj. And draw proj. So... I mean, I could draw the player projectile tomorrow and do the animations too. Particles is for later. Particles is the last thing I want to get into. My biggest problem right now with particles is not... Depending on the jumping animation, you could have the landing animation be the jumping animation mirrored and in reverse. Yeah, the jumping animation is gonna be literally like, let's say this, but a little bit more squash, and that's it. It's gonna be a little bit more squash than the breathing animation. I'm cheap like that. I mean, if it works, it works. Yeah, that's kind of the animation is gonna be a little bit more squash than this, I would say. So maybe do I need maybe I can cheat this and just use the breathing animation as is. No changes at all. Just do the jumping, and then when it changes the place, it just... I would need to try to make it work first to see if it looks good. But maybe I can avoid doing the landing animation because it's kind of the same thing as the breathing. Although, yeah, maybe I don't need. Or maybe it's literally the breathing animation but faster. Oh, look at that! Godot literally has a speed scale for to try it. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna do the play proj. God, that's way too much. I don't know what the enemy Udin projectile will be, so I'm not gonna touch that. So yeah, the enemies will be... Oh, and I need to draw the different faces. I think for tomorrow, I'm going to focus on this. On the animations. Bomb. Probably. You know what? Actually, pipe bomb. I actually could do a few different ones, like bomb and pipe bomb. I'm gonna that actually can work. That actually can work. I don't know if it makes sense for the theme, but you know what? Bomb and pipe bomb. That probably works. If I'm gonna draw the player projectile, I'm gonna draw the enemy projectile too. So yeah. I think that's a good plan for tomorrow. So all of those animations, that's a lot of animations, my god. Draw the player projectile, draw the bomb and pipe bomb. And I know what the player projectile will be, so that's fine. I love that the player projectile is gonna be like something like her little bun. I love that us, the player, or she, like Ollie, will fire just like a bun or something like that, and the enemy will straight up drop bombs on us. That's a good one. I like it, actually. So, okay. Draw both them and the moving of them. Yeah, that. I like it. I like it. It does not need to be. I actually can animate maybe on the drawing itself and do a sprite sheet for this. Hitting grenade in bum, giant explosion animation when enemy. I like that. You know what? I like that. It's gonna go on particles, but yeah, giant boom. Let's say giant boom, and player proj bun with hidden bomb. I actually like that. I don't know how this is gonna work, but I love the idea. Okay, I love the idea. God, this is gonna be so fun to do. I hope it looks good at the end. Oh yeah, animations, not animation but drawing. I'm gonna leave it just this. Backgrounds. I am dreading this so. This is gonna be probably the last thing, because I don't know, man. I can't make good looking backgrounds. It scares me. But we'll see. Draw menus. Draw buttons for menus. God, the scope is. I thought it was getting smaller. It's increasing. It's increasing. The polish is increasing, but I'm gonna stop here. Okay. We have a plan for tomorrow. Okay, animations tomorrow is animation day. So, yeah. Either way, no. I made a bullet hell type game for a game jam. Chris Jam. I don't know that. Let's see. There's so many. Chris Jam 2024. Oh god, my eyes. Oh god, I was brought back to the. Oh my eyes. I was brought back to 20 what 20 28 25 2005. What am I saying? I can't even process. I was brought back to 2005. Okay, I made a bullet hell type game for a game jam, Chris Jam, which is just a lot of gifs of skeletons, cool explosions without transparency. Oh god! Tell me I can play it. Can I? Is you here? Is you here? Is this one? No, Secret Santa. God, it's not here. No, here. Christian. Oh, it's download. Wait, okay. Let me download it real quick. No, wait. Let me download it real quick. I need to try this. Why does this folder still exist? Skeleton cleanser. Okay, let's see. My god, the graphics! God, what am I looking at? Okay, K shoots, L focus. Okay. I think it's not getting the sound right. Let me stop the music because there's music. Game sound. Let me grab the sound. Skeleton cleanser. Can be a little bit higher. I made let's see. Yeah, there's music. Okay, let's see. Oh my god. Honestly, it feels good, you know? I'm not gonna lie, this feels... Oh, that's what focus do. Okay. Ouch. The sound. Hey, Spat. The sound. What is this? Oh god, what am I looking at, man? Okay. I'm focusing. Okay. Ow! No, let me go again. That was going so well. No. Ow! Okay, that's new. Fuck! I think I'm dead. Die! 7th! I want to see stage 2. How's it going, Spats? Where's my Flappy Bird? Ow. It is finished. Oh, I want to play. Okay, that's a bunch of enemies. Ow. Boss time? No, it's not boss time. Oh. That's a lot of bones. Tree life is brutal, man. boss, okay. I'm dead. That was a good boss. No, wait. No, I closed it. Open again. I wanna try. The code for this game is horrendous. I wanna try to beat this boss at least. Okay. Okay, what am I doing? Ah! Nah. It's hard. It's hard. Okay. What did I do? What did I do? What am I? Okay, I don't think I'm gonna be able to kill him. Fuck. Okay. Let me see the other bosses. I'll play it, Spet. Just what is that? Not the God. How do you do this? Not the not the the shadow. That's so good. Okay, it's impossible to do that. Just kidding. It's not my Nokia bird, huh? Oh, it's the devil. Good game. Good game. Good game. What do you mean it's not yours? Skinner Space. A year ago. Yeah, a year ago. Huh, Spat? Huh. God, this is loud for me. Oh, holy. Spat. Best 3. Okay, I did not get 3, but that's fine. So, Spat, you didn't do it, but I am progressing. Look, we have animations now. My game has animations. Look at that. Just 2, but my game has animations now. Let me play the sound again. And it's almost finished with the core gameplay. So look at that. Your challenge is, I actually did your challenge. Your challenge was for me to, make procedural generation. Why is it going so fast? Whatever. But now the enemies actually are procedural generated the simplest way as possible. But look at that. It's a random amount of rows, columns actually. It's always going to be 4 rows. They spawn in a random order. It's going to be kind of random. Some places it's not going to be fully spawned. As you can see, there's going to be a few vacant places, empty spaces. That is going to make different types of grid. And they actually reset and create different types of enemies or grids whenever I finish. Let me try to finish and not fail here, just so I can show. Alright. Got it. That's bad. Okay, there we go. It's another type of grid now with more enemies than before. So the only thing left is to spawn different type of enemies per row, but that should be easy. But look at that. So I find my game quite easy. I might be biased, but knowing exactly where to move to Chigs, yes, sure, it's easy. Sure, yeah. You're probably biased. Why is it? Am I getting errors? Oh, this should be 0.05. That's a problem. But yeah. So Spats, I hoped I say it's almost done, but there's still all of this to do. So I don't think I'm gonna be finishing this week. You still have time. You still have time. I believe in you, Spat. I believe in you. Well, I don't think it was that easy. Did you intentionally make the game with a cheesy spot to stand? I can play. Oh, I was pressing the. Okay. Okay. So let's say if I stay here. No, he still fires at me. The song goes hard with this one. Nah, it doesn't work. It's just procrastinating. You'll finish in the last 5 minutes. He has 2 games to finish. It's not just the Flappy Bird. It's Flappy Bird and a second game. It does not need to be a Jetpack Joyride. It just needs to be a second game. So he has 2 games to finish. 2, not 1. But either way, yeah, I'm ending the stream here. It should have ended quite 30 minutes ago. So yeah. Great stream. There's no cheesy spots. You can move in certain ways that makes getting hit almost impossible. Oh, okay, fair. The score only resets when you die or if I did something wrong. Except boss 3 gets skill checked. Yeah. I think I got skill checked. No rebind, sad face. Play in Windows Sandbox for best experience. Huh. Okay. Yeah, now I'm gonna go. Okay. I really need to go. Today was really I love today's stream. Yeah. Thank you, Spat for appearing. Thank you, Vinny, who appeared too. Thank you, Akros, for all the help. I'm gonna need more help as time goes on, but we'll see. Yeah, I'll be going now tomorrow, probably at the same time. I'll see if I can start earlier or later. I don't know. I hope I can do everything that is marked to do tomorrow. But waiting for 3D. Yeah, 3D. We're only on the 3rd game. 3D is the 8th game, so I'm scared. I'm really scared for this. This ain't, just to make 100% clear here. On this 8th game, there is no choice from anyone. I know which game I'm gonna make, and it's gonna be Crash Bandicoot. I simply want to do Crash Bandicoot because I love this game. I love Crash Bandicoot. And when I saw this was on the list, way before when I first found the 20 games challenge, I said I want to do Crash Bandicoot. So yeah, it's the hardest one, but I want to make it. I want to make Crash so freaking bad. Yeah, it's probably gonna be hard. I don't know. Maybe when I reach there, it's not gonna be that bad. Maybe it is, but I really want to make Crash, and yes. And I'm gonna try to remake the first stage of the first Crash 1-to-1. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I don't. When I reach there, I'm not gonna be doing that, but we'll see. All I know is that I want to finish at least 10 games until the 10 games right here until the end of the year. I don't know if I'll be able to, but yeah. Well, you don't need to kill the PS1 CD drive to low levels. There's that too. There's that too. Yes. So yeah. Well, yeah. The other ones can be. We will probably be choosing through a poll or something. I know I do not want to make Portal, but maybe I'll leave it on there between Minecraft and Portal. I probably will do Minecraft, but I'll decide when I reach this. Both of this is fine for anyone to choose. This is the only one that I want to do this. I don't know what Dig Dug is. I love worms. All of this is fine. I don't know what Conway's Game of Life is. And I know this too. I don't know what Indy 500. But yeah, this is for later. For now, for now, it's late for me. I need to end stream right now. Either way, thank you, Akras. I'll be needing more of your help as it goes on. Dig Dug is great. The main character from the first game is a deadbeat dad. Oh, I know this game. I remember playing this on Nintendo or whatever it was before, or on a PS1 emulator that it had ACD at the time. Okay, I know Dig Dug. Okay, it's a bit dead. Okay, I'm going now for real this time. Thank you so much for anyone to appear. Thank you, Chris, for your help again. And okay, now is bye bye for real. See you guys tomorrow. Probably at the same time, probably earlier. I'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. Either ways, thank you so much, and bye bye.